Hello to my adoring fans. There is a lot going on now. Ronnie, I'm not gonna lie. I've become an even greater fan of Donald Trump. Do you want to know why?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to know why.
Because he's like the biggest economic troll there possibly is.
He is.
I mean, he's like he's like let's push these tariffs forward, and we'll pull them back, and we'll push them forward, and we'll pull them back. We'll push them forward, and we'll pull them back. We'll push them forward, and we'll pull them back. And we'll push them forward again, and then we'll pull them back. And you guys, actually, and as no, those of you guys who you didn't fight me on all my back and forths, I'm gonna give you guys all the gold star, and you guys will get you'll get no tariffs. So congratulations on your no tariffs. I think it's pro levels of trolling on a global scale. He doesn't even have hair, Ronnie.
Well, he does actually, but what they did was they rerouted some of his hair from different parts of his head. So, it takes some of the back. It was I watched a doctor, a hair expert, break it down. It's not a toupee, but his hairline is the result of extensive work through the years. And you can see in his 30s when his hairline is beginning to thin, and then how suddenly when he's 40, it's back. And part of that is because of these procedures. You can see when the wind hits his hair, different areas where you can see where the patches were kind of inserted in there, and it's quite effective. But it happens due to having billions of dollars and having a hairstylist who knows how to comb it over correctly. And so usually most people will get a minimal hair rerouting and then comb it over. His is a bit more thorough, and so that's why it works as well as it does. But it doesn't look natural because it is the result of medical science.
Oh. And that matters because
it's not. It's real, kind of, I guess, right?
That being said, now Ronnie, we're dealing with other things in this world right now, some of which some people don't really know about. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean nobody knows about?
Well, there's things that nobody knows about. There's things, it's
like the magical power station under the pyramids that is 5,000 kilometers deep.
Yep.
That was a bizarre one.
That was. Yep. Who would have saw that one coming?
Yeah, I mean, well, look. I watched an Italian guy watch the whole conference, and he, understands Italian, so he could understand what they're saying. And basically, the guy who talked about synthetic aperture radar.
Eventually.
No. But before we move into that, though, can we just kind of come to an agreement that, if you're an Italian and you have just black hair, you look like you're perpetually 30. The moment you get white hair and you're Italian, you look like you're in a mob. And then if you're salt and pepper Italian, everyone just thinks you're fake.
Interesting. That might be why I'm better off just sticking with one approach and not the other, and not even
using your lady hair dye.
Well, jokes aside, I think I did it once because what happened was my Russian coworker told me that he used this stuff 10 years ago that was discontinued, and it was good. But the problem is that we debate a lot, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's bad for you. That's good for you." And sometimes I'm just like, "Bro, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to go bald from using this product." And so at the moment, I'm using the L'Oreal men's hair dye because it comes with a neat little applicator. So all you do is snap the thing like this, shake it, and then you go while squeezing the bottle. And then it's that's easier because then you don't get it on the bathroom tile. Because I found that the Just for Men old formula is the best. But the Just for Men old formula is going to leave a stain in the towel, which I don't care about. That's the least of my concern. The new version of Just for Men is a little bit easier, less.
Yeah, but what if you have a guest come over and they use your towel?
Well, they don't use that towel. And why would I use the towel? I just rinse it off in the shower when I'm done. It goes into the drain.
The guest?
No, the hair dye. What are you talking about? Hair dye or towels now?
I
what
was
is this
talking
one?
about the guest, and now you're talking about shoving a guest down the drain.
Whoa, I'm severely misunderstood. The story of my
Yeah,
life,
no
but
kidding, man. Like this is gonna turn into a weird murder mystery. All right, what happened to the corpse? Well, have you checked the drains?
I am not going to comment further on that because I plead the fifth. And I saw an episode of NYPD Blue where Sipowicz, right, that's his name, the fat guy. Um, he was really mad. He really out of the guy because what he did that was resembling what we're talking about, but real. Yeah, he was not happy with that guy, and then another cop had to hold him back because it's like, dude, we got to press charges. We can't press charges if we beat the Pope out of this man.
But that's where Ninja Blenders came from.
Interesting. Oh, I love that show. Will It Blend? Where they stick phones inside of blenders.
There you go. Hey there! So what you just watched was a portion of our live show that happens on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Apparently you were too lazy to be there that time, but maybe you'll be there next time. Remember, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern.